next question will come from John Campbell from Gannett News.
Hi, Attorney General. The Trump Foundation lawsuit, which predated you here, it resulted in a settlement. Are you open to any sort of settlement talks with the NRA that would result in anything less than dissolution of the organization?
Thank you for the question, and it is not my habit to negotiate any resolution in public. We have filed our complaint today. There are 18 causes of action. They include but are not limited to the dissolution of the NRA in its entirety.
Our next question will come from Mark Marmont from the Wall Street Journal.
Sorry, I was muted. Attorney General, thank you so much for the time.
Sure.
I was wondering if since you're seeking to dissolve this organization, is it possible that this could lead to some kind of a tit for tat? In other words, conservative attorney generals in other states might take some kind of an action like this? Or is it possible that the NRA could say, okay, if you want to dissolve us, then we'll just move to Wyoming or Oklahoma, and now we're done with New York. In other words, you no longer would have power over this organization.
I'm not going to speculate as to the future plans of the NRA. The NRA, again, was formed under the not-for-profit laws in the state of New York, and as a result, the Office of Attorney General has supervisory jurisdiction over all not-for-profits, including but not limited to the NRA.
Our next question will come from Eric Larson of Bloomberg.
Yes, hello. The allegations that you've laid out here suggest that the NRA donors and members here were really essentially victimized, allegedly, by these actions. And is it not further victimizing them by forcing their organization to close, an organization that's pretty popular across the whole country? Is that necessarily fair to these victims here?
The issue is the following. A number of donors have contributed to the NRA because they believe in their mission. At this point in time, the NRA right now is financially it's in a deficit, and as a result of 4 individual defendants who have basically looted its assets. And so one would think that the donors would like for an organization to have some governance, some standards of behavior, and that they would recognize their fiduciary duty to a not-for-profit and/or its mission, as opposed to looting looting assets and using it for their own personal benefit and their family.
Thank you. Our next question will be Jesus Garcia from El Diario.
Hi, thank you, General Attorney. Do you find that part of that money was used in political campaigns? If yes, which one?
So that is not a subject of this press conference today, but I do want you to know that our investigation is ongoing.
Thank you. Our next person will be Henry Rosoff from Pix 11.
Hello, Attorney General. Thank you for taking my question. I was just wondering if you could walk us through the next couple of immediate steps with the understanding that this type of legal action can take years. What will we see in the coming weeks and months?
So I'm confident that there will be a response that will be filed by the NRA. We will go through a series of motions. There will be discovery. It's a normal course of action in all of our cases. And so we will continue to keep you abreast of the status of this litigation.
Our next question will be from Victoria Tempest from the New York City Courts Media.
Hi, Attorney General James. Thanks for taking my question. Many have criticized the settlement your office brokered with the Weinstein Company, maintaining that the sum would have been greater if Weinstein personally had to pay into it. At any point during the settlement process, did you consider or advocate for Harvey Weinstein paying into the settlement? And if not, why not?
So that's not the subject of the press conference here today. We will be giving you an update in regards to the Weinstein negotiations. And I thank you for the question.
We have time for 2 more questions. Our next question will be from Paul DiRienzo from WBAI.
Okay, just let me. Thank you very much for your taking this call, Attorney General. My question is, will you attempt to freeze the assets of the targets of this investigation or of the NRA, or in any way try and prevent them from doing business during this investigation?
That is one of the remedies that we are seeking in our pleadings, and so we look forward to again doing investigation to determine if there are any hidden assets and whether or not they can be frozen for the purposes of benefiting those donors who have given to the NRA over the years for its intended mission.
Thank you. And our last question today will be from Sonia Moog from the CNN.
Hi, Attorney General. Thanks so much for taking my question. It's actually a 2-parter. One, it seems like there's a lot of allegations of potential tax fraud here. Has this been reported to the IRS? And 2, why take the measure to dissolve the entire organization instead of just removing these members? Can you speak to why that was necessary in this case?
We thank you for those questions that were previously asked and answered, but we will answer them again. We will be forwarding the complaint to the IRS, and we'll be in touch with the IRS in regards to any violations of the Internal Revenue Code. And 2, because of the numerous complaints and based upon the facts and the application of law, we concluded that the best way to address this matter was to seek resolution before a New York State Supreme Court judge. And that is what we are seeking, again, given the breadth and the depth of the corruption, the illegality, and the brazen attempts to basically evade the law. I thank you all for coming.